It's November now, so that means the Black Fleet is back in World of Warships Legends, and we're going to take sort of a look at one of the ships in that fleet this year, which is the Alabama B. Now, the Alabama B, if you want to get this ship, I don't really think it's worth doing it by buying it through either straight up in the store for doubloons or through the crates. And I do want to talk about the Black Friday crates because I noticed something interesting there that I think you should all be aware of if you're going to purchase any. But the Alabama still remains a ship that is available for 750,000 global XP in the store. Global XP is a free currency, technically. There is a cost to earning it, which is the time you spend playing the game, and to be fair, it can take quite a while to build up the necessary global XP to acquire the Alabama. 750,000 is a lot, but you can still get the ship for free. So because of that, I don't really see any need to spend doubloons on this particular vessel, or really any of the other Black Friday ships, and we'll get to that in a moment. The only case you might make is that, frankly, the camo on the Alabama B is kind of a new design for the Black Fleet. It's got this liquid metal looking pattern on the turrets and the front of the ship, and it does look really nice. But if you don't care about the aesthetics, then again, 750,000 global XP is probably the better way to go. Now, Alabama is one of 4 ships that is part of this year's Black Fleet. First one is the Tier 6 Premium American Destroyer Sims, which is a very vanilla destroyer and also on sale in the store for 12,500 doubloons, just the regular Sims. Ironically, the cost of Black Sims is also 12,500 doubloons. And that's the same if you want to buy any of this new Black Fleet 4 doubloons from the store. The cost is the same as an equivalent Tier 6 or Tier 7 premium that's on sale in the store regularly. The way you get a discount on it is by getting the free Black Friday coupon for if you're going to buy doubloons. That coupon will give you some extra doubloons. So technically speaking, if you go with that, then you do get a discount. But the choices are Sims B, then München B, which is a Tier 6 German cruiser. Pretty good one, actually. Graf Zeppelin B, a Tier 7 German carrier, of course, and then Alabama B. Now, if you're going to get any of these ships, I would recommend just getting that coupon and buying them straight up in the store for doubloons, because if you take a look on wowslegends.com/containers and click on the Black Friday 2025 crates, you can see the breakdown of the percentage of what you might pull from these crates. But if you scroll past that breakdown, you'll find some very interesting fine print. I'll put it on the screen for you, and then we'll go through this fine print in detail as we set up here on this flank in the Alabama B and somehow don't get our broadsides shot by the Ashitaka or North Carolina out here. This is some nice luck that we had in this battle, and it's going to pay off if you continue to watch the footage here. Anyway, if you scroll to the bottom of this crate's description, it says, quote, "This container uses a tiered guaranteed reward system. It works as follows. Tier 1, Sims B, München B. If you do not own all of the items from this tier, then you will receive one within every 30 containers opened. Tier 2, Alabama B, Graf Zeppelin B. After you own all items from the previous tier, you will receive an item from this tier within the next 40 crates opened. And then finally, Tier 3, Brisbane B. After you own all of the items from the previous tier, you will receive an item from this tier within the next 50 containers open. If you have any of the items in a specified tier, you skip the respective tier of the guaranteed reward system. Each time you receive an item from the guaranteed reward system from this container, the guarantee counter resets. To receive all guaranteed items from this container, you will need to open 190 containers at most. Please note, if you sell any of the ships from the guaranteed reward system before you receive them, you may need more than 190 containers to obtain them all. So I don't think there's any other way of reading this fine print other than assume that you have none of these new Black Friday ships. If you try to obtain one that you want, like say the Alabama B, by the process of opening these crates and banking on RNG, then what's going to come out of those crates before you ever get the Alabama B is you're going to have to get Sims B and then Munchen B. And doing so could take up to 60 containers before you complete that first tier and then move on to the second. So, if you want Alabama or Graf Zeppelin or Brisbane, it's better to buy them straight up from the store. Now, unfortunately, I don't think you can buy Brisbane straight up for doubloons in the store. It's not on the Black Friday page, so it looks like the only way to obtain it is to get it through these crates. I don't see any other method, which is kind of unfortunate. But Brisbane B, it was a campaign ship. Probably a lot of people have it. I don't think, unfortunately, it's available otherwise, so this seems to be the only way to get it. I don't see it in the store at all under the Pan-European section. Maybe it'll come back to the game someday in some fashion. I don't know. In any case, if you're thinking that you just want to buy a couple of crates in hopes of getting the Alabama B or the Graf Zeppelin B, it's not going to happen. You're going to get the Sims and the Munchen first. So, again, I don't really think any of these Black Friday ships are necessarily worth getting. The one that would be worth it the most would potentially be Brisbane, just because you can't get it anywhere else. But as for Sims, it's available on sale regularly in the store for doubloons. I believe Munchen is as well. I'll have to double check that. Yeah, it looks like Munchen, Graf Zeppelin both are. And then, of course, Alabama is a 750k global XP ship. So all of them are already available in the store, and this whole Black Friday fleet is just copy-paste of existing premiums that you can already buy in the store. And, well, I really don't see the value in that. There's nothing different about these premiums versus the standard ones, except for they've got a B at the end of their name, and they've got these fancy-looking camos. So that would be my warning to you. I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money. Just understand what you're buying if you are going to. And if your plan is to go after a specific ship, you could spend a lot more money than just the flat doubloon cost, particularly if you redeem the free coupon and then buy a package of doubloons and get the extra 2,500 or whatever that coupon gives you. Now, as for the Alabama B, if you'd like, you can tell me in the comments and we can take a look at the Sims, the Munchen, not the Graf Zeppelin. I'm not going to play a CV to review it. Sorry, you'd have to look for other channels on that one. The Graf Zeppelin, for what it's worth, I think is pretty good. A lot of people rate it really highly. Certainly drops AP bombs that have annoyed me in the past, so if you like CVs, that probably is one to get. But as for the Alabama B, it's a standard South Dakota-class battleship. It's got a sister ship in the game in the form of Massachusetts. The main difference between the two are that the Massachusetts guns are not very accurate. Alabama, on the other hand, as you've seen throughout the course of this battle, is quite accurate, and the guns are quite satisfying to use. Massachusetts, less so, but as a trade-off, Massachusetts has long-range secondaries you can build into. Alabama does not. Other than that, Alabama's around 65,000 HP if you've got Sims at the helm, which we do here. Wanted to use a free-to-play build to get results out of this ship with a commander that's not paid, so you can sort of get an idea. It's got 16-inch or 406mm guns. They have a 30-second reload if you use the unique American Artillery Plotting Room mod, which improves the dispersion. It's got some great maneuverability characteristics with a 710-meter turning circle, a very, well, not a very quick rudder shift, a 16.1-second rudder shift. That actually is quite quick for battleships. And the torpedo damage reduction is absurd at 49%. So this is a very maneuverable battleship that I think is quite nice to play. and it just provides you the standard American battleship artillery experience. So if you're looking for that, this is not a bad ship to get. I would just get it for global XP. But as this battle wraps up, the bottom line is I don't think buying crates is the way you should go about doing the Black Friday content if you want to get it. Instead, buy it straight up from the store, and then if you want to purchase all four of the Black Friday ships, and then go after containers to get Brisbane, maybe that makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. In any case, I'm not sure that the Black Fleet is entirely worth it this year, especially since literally all of them except Brisbane are existing ships you can buy in the store anyway. So let me know what you think in the comments, give the video a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.